Hey everybody, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam, your friendly pilot for this morning's live stream. Where you are might determine whether or not this is still morning for you, but it is still morning for me because it is 11 o'clock in the morning here on the Pacific coast of the United States of America. I live in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State, right smack dab in the middle of it. So we're going to be getting together and talking about a couple of older games today. That's what It Belongs in a Museum is all about. It's all about talking about games that are no longer in the limelight. Not necessarily like super old games like Go and checkers and chess and all of that kind of stuff, but just games that have left the spotlight, so to speak. Our hobby is pretty good about talking about games that are brand new or have not even yet come out. And so instead of following that trend all of the time, we take Tuesday mornings to talk about a couple of older games in my collection. The arbitrary age is 5 years old or older. And so that's what we usually focus on here on It Belongs in a Museum, to which you should dutifully reply, "So do you!" And that is absolutely okay. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And there are some folks here already. Philip Zombrick, hello, hello, and so do you. Thank you, sir. Doug is here. What's up, Doug? Let's win some stickers, y'all. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Eric is here. Yada, yada, yada. Just give me some stickers. Well, you got to guess something other than TI4, Eric, in order to get some stickers. That's the spirit, Eric. All right, Micah. Hi, all. Hi there, Sam. Good to see you. Jeff C. What's up? What's up? Jeff, I just sent you an email. Check it. It's got some good information in there for you. Luke Shirus is here. David Brownlee is here. What's up? What's up? Good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your time. Now, as people in the chat have already alluded, we try to make it a little bit fun around here. And what we try to do to make it fun is we make each of these things. We always talk about 2 games. We're going to spend about an hour or so for this live stream. We're going to talk about 2 games. We'll also talk about some stuff. We'll shoot the breeze and so forth with some people in the chat. Usually Eric will say something mildly offsetting, and we'll have to deal with Eric. But it's okay. That's why we like Eric being here, because he just likes to make his presence known. And so that's what we do. We spend some time talking and chatting, and then we'll talk about 2 games. On each of those games, we're going to do a little contest. And that contest is, if you can guess, with the clues that I give you, if you can guess the fastest what game we're about to talk about, then I'll have you send me an email with your shipping information in it so that I can send you a surprise and a sticker. And the sticker looks like this, basically. Boom, boom, boom. It's just a logo of the channel. And it also comes along with a little surprise. And usually it's some kind of board gaming related prize. It could be a game. It could be an accessory for a game. It could be something that is... It could be anything, pop culture related. It could be a lot of different things, but I just send you something just for being part of the community. And so we do that on both of the games. So we have 2 winners every single It Belongs in a Museum. Sometimes, I think one of the days, one of the streams, we had one person win, and then the second person gave their winnings to that same person. And so that happens from time to time, and that's completely up to the people who win. But generally speaking, we'll have 2 winners, and we will get those out to you in the mail. All right? So that's what we do. Let's see. Is Eric starting up yet? Not My Eyeball Games is here. The Anthony's, good to see you. Ryan's here. What's up? What's up? First hint, it's not TI4. You never know. Micah says it's very good to hear about older games. They're still good, even though they're old. Yes, that is correct, as we are. Right. Ryan says, out of print. Not anymore. Gotta go. No, he says, oop, not anymore. Well, see you later, Ryan. Take care, buddy. Fun. So Jess and or JT is here. No, not yet. You're stuck with me, pal. Deal with it. Philip says, no pedicure games, I hope. Absolutely not. Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. I hope he pulls out the game Buckaroo. It's an old classic. We'll have to see. Derek is here. What's up? What's up? On with it. On with it indeed. All right. So here we go. The first game that we're going to talk about today hails from the year 2007. 2007. Nigh 20 years old. I know it's only 18 years old, but still, this is an older game, and quite frankly, I don't think anybody talks about this game anymore, but it's still a good game, and that's why we're going to talk about it. Anyway, 2007. The second clue is I usually give you a couple of game mechanisms that are in here. So open drafting and set collection. Those are two of the mechanisms that this game employs, and it was published in 2007 originally. All right, so there you go. Open drafting, set collection, and the year 2007. All right, so let's see here. What have we got? TI4? No, that's incorrect, sir. I told you it's going to be incorrect. Derek S. says Catan, or Catan, as a lot of people have begun to call it. That is incorrect. Derek says Ticket to Ride, Nordic countries, Midgard. Well, here's the thing. Jeff C. just said Zooloretto, but I was kind of delaying it. David Brownlee already said Zooloretto, and he is correct. All right, so David Brownlee was the first person to say Zooloretto, to guess Zooloretto. And so David Brownlee, you are the winner of our first contest this morning. And so you can, now David has a few options at his disposal at this point. He can either wait until he decides to come back to Steamers West on a Friday night here in Wenatchee, and I will hand deliver his winnings, or I can go ahead and mail it to him, which I have offered to do in the past, and he refuses, and then I subsequently forget to bring it to Steamers West on that fateful Friday night. Or he can pick somebody in chat to receive his winnings this day, but Zooloretto is the correct thing. Banana Split, Luke Shira says. Micah says Tribune, Ninja School. First person to say TI4 gets it. Oh, here we go. He did it again. He always does this. First person to say TI4 gets it. TI number. No, that's incorrect, Eric. He didn't say it. He didn't say, don't you do it, David. Don't give it to him just because he says TI4. Oh, he said 4, but technically he hasn't said TI4 yet after you gave that ultimatum. So don't do it, David. Don't let him bully you like that. Denny and I played the predecessor, Coloretto, after Dice Tower West while just hanging out. That is correct. The new printing of Zooloretto looks really cheap. You know, I was looking at the cover that is on the board here, that is on Board Game Geek, and I'm not cool with that cover. I don't know anything about the new printing, though. Let me see. Well, okay. I kind of see what you're talking about. I really like those trucks, though. I really like the cardboard trucks, although I like the way they look. I don't know how they'll hold up in practicum, though. I don't dislike this picture. Now, it's a render. It's a 3D render, so I get it, but I actually kind of like those trucks, those cardboard trucks that the Geek has on there. So you can go ahead and take a look at that and then see what you think as we go ahead and take a look at, boom, my copy right here. All right, so let me get back so I can see chat going on. Who's bullied? I didn't notice. Fourth Realm, Eric says. Look at that. David Brown, Eric, and a swing and a miss. Twilight Imperium 4. Texas Instruments 4. 4 years ago, TRS 80. Man, you guys are showing your age like there ain't no business. Goodness gracious. All right, well, let's go ahead and get on over to this, and we'll get it done. So, as you can see, designed by Michael Schacht. My copy has seen its fair share of wear and tear. I'm going to have to retape that bad boy. I also have a whole bunch of expansions in here as well, and some promos and so forth. So this is slightly more than you would get in a regular box, basically. And like someone has already pointed out, they do have an updated or a new reprint of the game, so it may not look exactly like this, but it gives you an idea of the stuff that comes in the box. So first of all, everybody gets their petting zoos, basically, is what each of these are. It comes with 3 pens, and then it also comes for some places for some concession stands, and then you also have your barn over here, which will happen if you have an animal that you can't put into one of your pens. It has to go into the farmhouse. So basically what you're doing here is you're trying to collect different animals, and each pen can hold one kind of animal. And then, oh, I forgot to put the picture on. Sorry, not that it really matters, but so for example, if you get this one filled by the end of the game, it's going to score you 10 points. If it has only 2 spots that are empty, then it's going to give you 6 points. Same thing up here. If you have it completely filled, it's going to give you 5 points and a coin. If you have it half filled, it's going to give you 4 points. This one, if you have it full, it's going to give you 8 points and 2 coins. And then if you have all but 2 left, it's going to give you 5 points. And then concessions will allow you to score more points if they are next to pins that it helps you if you don't get them filled up. Concessions will still score you some points. And so these are not double-sided, as you can see. But it comes with 5 of them, so it plays up to 5 players. The rule book here looks like so, and you know, circa 2007, this is pretty much standard for rule books of that day. So it's colorful-ish, but there's a lot of small text, but it's not a difficult game at all. It just, you know, rule books have come a long way, and people don't realize sometimes how far they have come, but they really do. They really have, I think. In most cases, there's always extraneous outliers. Anyway, then it comes with all of these little guys, and I have basically 2 animals per bag. So camels, elephants, then this is all of the concession stands, and then more money tokens, which are something that will be out there. You also get an expansion board that will be able to be added to your board. So basically it starts the game like this, and then if you pay 3 coins, you can turn that over, and now you have a 4th pen that you can put into your petting zoo. And at the end of the game, it's going to score you 9 points. Well, it's going to score you 9 points if you have it full, and once you fill it up, it's going to score you a coin. Or if you have all but 2, it's going to score you 5 points again. So that's your expansion thing. Then you also have pandas and flamingos, and you have zebras and chimpanzees, and then you also have jaguars and kangaroos. These are the boats in the original. So basically the game will start with all 5 of the, well, I think it's a number of boats, I'm sorry, a number of trucks for how many players there are. So in a 3-player game, you're only going to play with 3 boats. So on your turn, you're basically going to be able to choose a face-down tile and place it on one of the boats. Boats, I keep calling them boats. One of the trucks. And that's all you do. So on your turn, you basically place a tile, or you're going to take a truck. Once you take a truck, you get to take the tiles that are on that truck and put them into your zoo. And then you're out for the round until everybody has taken a truck. The person who takes the last truck is the person who gets to who picks first, or who goes first in the next round. And then there's a number of tokens that are randomly chosen and flipped face down. I want to say it's like 12 or 15 tokens that are flipped face down and have this little red token put onto it. And then once you have to break into that reservoir, so to speak, that will trigger the end of the game. Everybody gets 1 more turn so that everybody has the equal number of turns, and then you score points. Whoever has the most points is the winner. It has a couple of different things, like you have these little babies so if you put a male and a female, notice that some of them have those symbols on them, like that. If you put a male and female into a pen, then it will produce a baby. So that's another way for you to kind of fill up your pens a little bit faster. So there's that. There's also, this is one of the expansions that came out. So another smaller expandable pen, but it has to be a specific animal. So this has to be elephants. This has to be zebras. This has to be flamingos. These can be whichever one you want, and so forth and so on. Then you also have some other construction-like tokens. It's another expansion. So you can see here, it also had I also have the polar bear expansion as well. The 3 extra enclosures thing is an expansion that's called the petting zoo expansion, I think. So anyway, that's stuff that's in there. But this is Zooloretto, and what somebody was saying earlier in chat was they don't like the look of the new one, and that's probably because maybe it's because the trucks, these are like wooden trucks. Now, they don't look like trucks. They just look like, a ladder almost. But they're made out of wood, and it looks like the other ones are the new ones are kind of a cardboard truck model that you put together. I kind of like that a little bit better, actually. But these are sturdy, and they've withstood the test of time quite well. So there's that. That's everything that comes in, plus a little bit extra that come in the box for Zooloretto. But I'll put this like that so it stays better. And the thing goes in there. What is the... okay, yeah, this needs to turn around. Boom. And then this needs to turn around. Boom. And that is Zooloretto. Boom. 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 All right, let's see. Let me check on chat. You guys behaving yourselves over there? Let's see here. You guys are just... Good afternoon, everyone. About to set up and try solo mode for Storm Raiders. Ooh, that's actually a really fun game, dude. I hope you enjoy it. Eric says, Dustin, say TI $. With that panda cover, I would have glossed over it as a children's game and kept moving on. Bushman says T little I for Micah, TI 4, and I give to Eric. Eric says, I give to Dustin. A little push your luck in this game. Yes, there is. There is a lot of push your luck, actually. He's never won. Someone give it back to Sam so he can use the sticker to tape the corner of his box back together. No, I have tape to do that. I'm not doing that. It looks like it has bounced around because Micah actually said TI4, and then she said she gives it to Eric, and then Eric says I give to Dustin. So it looks like Dustin is our winner today for the first part. So David, I want you to make that Jaguar. Yeah, Jaguar. Yes, Jaguar. Is that how you Jaguar? Is that how you want to say it? Bunch of weirdo Luke. Let's see. Now he gets over organized. No middle ground with this man. That is correct. Yes. Children in animal pens? No, you weirdo. They are animal babies. Must be made in China. Maybe so. This is a game that needs an Awakened Realms edition with minis for the animals. Ah, wow. That actually would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But the problem is, if they do that, they're probably going to charge $250 for it or $150 for it, and it's just not. It would be cool, but I don't think they need to do that. While Sam says the series is to highlight older games, its true purpose is just to get his boxes reorganized. No, that is not the case. All right, so it looks like Dustin Webb. Dustin Webb, if you can pull yourself away from Storm Raiders for just a second, I believe that the chat has agreed that you are the winner through a pinball litany of things. But did you get those hamsters, Sam? No, I didn't get the hamsters yet. Somebody else sent me a different something that he found at Walmart, I think. And I think I'm gonna try to get that. I can't remember who did it, but somebody sent me a picture of. It wasn't online. It was actually at the store at Walmart, and he bought it, brought it back, took a picture of it with, sitting next to the actual cone piece that comes in Hamster Roll, and it's about the same size. So I'm going to try to get that. Wow, thank you. You're welcome, Dustin. All right, so now that you're paying attention again, you need to send me an email at flipsideobg@gmail.com. And I will send you a surprise. All right. Also, Dustin, do not listen to the chat. I send you cool stuff, not trash. I don't send you my electric bill. I don't do any of the stuff that Eric says that I do. So just don't think us. You haven't seen what. See, I told you he was going to say something. I told you. All right. So there you go. Dustin, send me an email. Do it right now so you don't forget. Send me an email with your shipping address, and we'll get you something in the mail here this coming week. April Fools? No, it's not April Fools. It's not April Fools. This is not a joke. This is not April Fools. Stop it. I sent the Walmart link in pics. Yes, Philip, thank you. It works great. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Americans tend to pronounce it Jaguar. Yes. While Brits pronounce Jaguar. I know. I'm not going to do that. Eric gets the special prizes. He does. He gets the absolute special prizes that I won't send to everybody else. Because I know Eric. I know what I think. I don't actually know him very well. I just know him from our interactions here. But that's Zooloretto, everybody. All right. Our next one. I can actually close that window now. Our next one hails from the year, slightly newer, but still 7 years old. 2018. Can you imagine? Oh, that hurts my brain sometimes. 2018 was 7 years ago. Man alive. Anyway, okay, I'm over it. 2018 is the year that this game is from. A couple of mechanisms. It is a cooperative game, and it has variable player powers. So it is a cooperative game with variable player powers. Dead hamsters. Sam considers the prize to be game related if it can be used as a token in Monopoly. Well, I mean, technically that would be true, correct? If I can use it in a game, it is now, hence and forevermore, gaming related. Yes, that is correct. Atlantis Rising, no thank you. Village Attacks, Fall of Rome, ding, thank you for playing, no. Nemesis, negative. Oh, you be quiet over there, Strider. TI4, now he says it. Now he says it. No, it's not correct. Renegade. I think Luke just comes up with a game that has a name on it and says, boom, there it is. Doesn't care what year it's made. Good morning, all. Victoria Ketchum is here. What's up, what's up? Good to see you. Cribbage? Cribbage? No, 2018? Come on, man. Luke Shirus says, Big Trouble in Little China, the game. The Reckoners, Spirit Island, Big Trouble in Little China. Well, Luke said it first, and he was correct. All right. Firefly Adventures, Brigands and Browncoats. Actually, that's actually a fun game. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed it slightly better than the Pick Up and Deliver Firefly the game. But you won correctly, Luke, not for Firefly's Adventures, Brigands and Browncoats, but for Big Trouble in Little China. Now, I am happy to own the deluxe edition, which comes in this gold box. And there's probably some, the deluxe edition of bonus comes with the Legacy of Lopan campaign, and it also has a 5 to 6 player expansion. And it actually has, we got this in the Dice Tower, and I was able to keep it, and it says this game is owned by Tom Vasil on it. Let's just go ahead and take that off, because, yeah, that's not true anymore. Actually, this looks like it was part of the library at one point. Oh, that's stupid. I'm just gonna leave it on there. It's history. It's history. Oh, look at that. Interesting. I never noticed this. But on the back of the box, it actually says Flipside on it. That's pretty interesting. I never even freaking noticed that. That's pretty cool. This is from Everything Epic Games. And it is probably one of the most thematic IP games that I've ever come in contact with. And I mean that. Because if you've never seen the movie Big Trouble in Little China, this is still a good game. If you have seen the movie Big Trouble in Little China, this is that movie in a box. Period. Full stop. And every time I even look at this box, I remember how thematic of an experience it was. And on top of that, I also remember how much I enjoy the movie. And so this is one of those games that it doesn't hit the table often because it is it is a longer fare, looking at 2 hours plus, basically. But it is it does have a good bit of dust on it because it hasn't really hit the table as much as I would like it to. But it is one of those games that is, I'm just going to say it. This is never going to leave my collection. Unless Tom pulls rank on me and asks for it back. I doubt it will, because I don't think he's going to put this back into his collection, into his library. But this is one that's going to stay in my collection, period, end of discussion. Just for it's a good game, but before we even get to that spot, its novelty is one of the best that I've ever had. So let's go ahead and take a look. TI4 movie. Wow, big box. That is correct. It is a big box. Just watched the movie a couple weeks ago. I got to rewatch it as well. So Luke is asking around, Scott Drews, have you ever won? The foil box really messes with your camera's white balance. Yeah, it does. I'm not worried about it. Box so shiny it messed auto brightness for a moment. LOL. The box shines. Would you play it with 6? Doug and I were actually talking about this yesterday. I rarely will play a game at its full player count, because usually all full player counts usually do is it just elongates the game and it sours the experience just slightly, depending, or more than just slightly, depending upon how much you enjoy or don't enjoy the game. So rarely will I play a game with its maximum player count. This one I've played, and I think it, if I remember correctly, it's pretty stinking good with 4, but if you go to that 5 or 6, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. But you can. I'll player count. All right, let's get down to the table and take a look while you guys figure out how you're going to figure out all of the who wins this prize. It looks like it's going to be Scott Drews, but we'll see. So this is what I put in the box. Can you guys see that? There's a sticker on the back that says this game belongs to Tom Vasil. So I took a Sharpie and wrote on the inside of it, this belongs to Sam Healy. Please don't steal me or damage me. Thanks. All right. Here's the rule book. And as you can see, it's a pretty hefty rule book, but it's pretty interesting because you can see the difference between what is basically a thematic rule book, because you have all of this theme in the first 2 pages, and now we're going to get to your components, and now we're going to get to game setup and so forth and so on. But you can see here kind of a difference between the 2007 rulebook that we just looked at with Zooloretto. Now again, the complexity of this game compared to Zooloretto is off the charts, comparatively speaking. So there is a difference there, but you can see the difference in a 2018. So the difference in 10 years between one rulebook and the other, and you'll see why I kind of made that distinction earlier about how far rulebooks have come. There's just a lot of stuff in here, and it's pretty stinking cool. But gives you an idea. So you basically play through the first part of the game, which is basically in the city of, in the streets of Chi-Town, or Chinatown, rather, sorry, in San Francisco. Then, after you get to a certain point on that board, you're going to flip it over, and the final showdown happens. Then you have to go through fighting Lo Pan, just like you did in the movie. And once you defeat Lo Pan, then you have actually won. And so it's just really cool. Yes, there is a pretty extensive glossary here in the back so that you can know what all of the different things mean. And then, of course, there is a short index with credits on the other sides. But then on the back, you also have a quick reference. So there you have it. Wow, so messy in there. My bad. All right, so on one side of the board. And I'm probably going to have to zoom out here a little bit, I think. Maybe not. Let me see. So here's the first side of the board. This is the streets of Chinatown in San Francisco, in which most of the movie takes place, and so there's a lot of different things going on. It's basically you can move from place to place, and when you're in certain places, you can pick up different kinds of things that will help you along the way, and so forth and so on. Once you get to, you can also go down to the underworld down here on these entrances and exits and so forth. Once you get to a point in the game, you will flip the game over, and now you are going to have to fight Lo Pan in the oh my gosh, you have down here the throne room, so to speak, basically, with all of those and David Lo Pan's office over here and all of that kind of stuff, and the entrance to the underworld over here. Then you have the big arena where the ceremony was being held, and then you have underneath, the water, the cell, all of that kind of stuff underneath the store there. So it's all there, people. It's all there. So that's the board. Pretty. Legacy of Lo Pan is a expansion that comes in the deluxe box. These things were expansion things as well. Felt bags for different things, and of course, all of my. This has been. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. This is so embarrassing sometimes, but it is what it is. So these are the different character boards. This is back before they started using dual layer player boards, but it's really cool. It's kind of like a predecessor to it, because you are going to have dice that you're placing in these different things, and it was really cool that you were able to place a die in there and then it wouldn't go anywhere. So you have all of the different characters, Jack Burton, and then Wang Chi, Gracie Law, Egg Shen, Eddie Lee, and Margot Litzenberger, all people from the movie, of course. So you have a special things, you're leveling up your people and all that kind of stuff. Down on the bottom, you can see where they have the hit points up here, and it's going to have a tracker that does that. And then you have your chi that you can build up, and once you get it up to here, you actually get to level up on the thing as well. The Demon Bride. Here is the Fate Tracker, and then you're also going to have all of the different bad guys that are in the game. Oh my gosh, this is so messed up. It's bad. I know. So you have the Sorcerer, David Lo Pan. Then you also have David Lo Pan made flesh after he dies and comes back, and then you have, or rather, when he goes through the ceremony, whatever. Then you have the three elements: lightning, thunder, and rain. And then you also have the wild man from the movie as well. And these are all like monsters that you're going to be fighting against. And oh my gosh, this is so bad. I'm sorry. And yeah, sometimes I do need to reorganize my games, so there is a little bit of truth to that possibly. But I know these cards say hell, but basically you got to watch the movie to understand it. It's not talking about. It sounds much more sinister than it is actually. I mean, it is speaking about the same basic idea of hell, but in the movie, they're battling against the forces of hell, and they're trying to, as the good guys, they're trying to win and beat it. So you're going to have these hell cards that you're going to have to flip over, and they will do certain things throughout the course of the game and on people's turns. So There are also some minions that will come out. For example, you have the Spirit Path Warriors. And then you also have the Wing Kong Hatchets people. You have the Wing Kong 6-shooter. Dang it. You have the Wing Kong 6-shooter. So these are a couple of minions that can come out, bad guys. Then you also have the Lords of Death, the gang that you know, kidnaps Wang's girlfriend at the airport. And then these guys as well. So there's just a lot of different things that are in this. It's such a thematic experience, and this looks really bad because it's so freaking out of whack as far as how I've. I mean, I had it stored away properly, but of course, you know, it falls apart. Anyway, as you can see here, each of the different people have their own. Like, for example, Margot has her own deck of cards that she can use, and she's going to have all of these different kinds of abilities if she uses her spear and so forth. Let me get this out here. Some of them you're going to start with. Other things you're going to get, like these cards. You'll start on one side, and then if you do something, you'll be able to flip it over, and it's a little bit more powerful. You'll get other kinds of cards that are rewards that you'll be able to use them for to do certain things. Like, for example, the the morale boost is when she gives Jack Burton that kiss. And in the movie, other heroes up to 3 spaces away gain combat and defense +1. Or where there's a will, there's a Gracie. All enemies in Gracie's line of sight have -1 defense. So it's just little things from the movie that make it a little bit more thematic of an experience. And then you have a number of different things here. So, you know, there's rewards, there are cards that each of the different characters can put into effect. Jack has one of his rewards is all in the reflexes. And so when Jack successfully attacks Lo Pan, he scores 2 hits instead of 1. And of course, it has that picture from the movie where he catches the beer bottle after Wang has hit it. And so it's just one of those things. Jack's submachine pistol that he, of course, is known for using in the movie. It's that kind of stuff. It's a lot of nostalgia wrapped up into a really neat package, and that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. I do also like the fact that it is very much each character, if I'm remembering correctly, has their own like set of things that they're trying to do within the course of the game. And it is a cooperative game. You're all working together, of course, but each person has their own little things that they're trying to do to move that along. And it's just really neat that way. Let me see here. Hill cards go over there. More cards here. More hill cards go over here. And then you have, you know, the quest book that's in here as well. And this is a hefty little book if you look at that. So it has all of this stuff in here, and it's basically things that you'll have to go read and kind of decide what you're going to do as you go into it, and so forth. But there's just so much good stuff in here. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this. I don't care if I never play it again. I remember how much fun I had playing this game. And the dice are also pretty good quality as well. They're all engraved dice, so that makes a big difference to me. But this is a great game. It's a great production as well. And Everything Epic is one of those kinds of companies that just loves to have games that are oozing theme. And that is exactly what this game does. It literally oozes theme. Not literally, of course, but you get what I mean. But that is Big Trouble in Little China. All right, put that back in. All right, so I'm actually going to redo this here. It does come with a pretty good insert. Oh, I didn't show you. I forgot. Look. Oh, and you know what? Dang. I think, yeah, Rob Oren partially painted this. It was either, let me see. I can look. Hold on. No, that's not Rob. This is Vernon. Vernon half painted this for me. And I got to show this to you because Vernon did an amazing freaking job on this. Let me see if my, yeah, just a second. Hold on. I'm going to try to get this going. Video. Let's see if it'll work. Is it going to work? I don't think it's going to work. Dang it. Snapdragon. Delete that. Let me go back here. I'm trying, folks. Because I've got a new phone here, and I don't know if it's going to work with the new phone yet. I'm going to have to go through and do some configurations on it, I think. Close that out. Delete that. So let me go back in here. Let's do... No, that's not going to work. Dang it. All right, I'm just going to do my best. All right, I know what I'm going to do, I think, because this won't work. My phone won't work. Hold on for just a sec. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to zoom in. Almost there, folks. Almost there. All right, here we go. I can't not show you these. I forgot Vernon did this, actually. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. All right, here we go. Check this out. Of course it's freaking dark. Anyway. See if it lightens up a little bit. No, it won't, but anyway. Maybe if I put some other stuff into it, it's a little bit lighter. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, this is Jack. This is the miniature, and Vernon did a really cool job with this because he actually free-handed the graphic on his t-shirt or his whatchamacallit. So it's like, it's crazy. Sorry how dark it is because of the board, but you get the idea, right? Then it's also Gracie Law. That's, I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. How dark it is. The beholder, I guess is the best way that I can call it. The little beholder comes in there. Gosh, it's bugging me how it doesn't seem to be focused. I'm sorry. There. That's a little bit better. But I think you can see the detail that we're talking about here. And Vernon just did an amazing job with it. Here is Wang Chi. Oh, let's put him back up here a little bit. And he did, you know, the color. Dang it. Where is? He did the color on the base as well. So that's pretty cool. There's Egg Chen. The Wildling, or the Wild Man. Can you see that? No. And then, if you're curious as to see what the models look like if they aren't painted, they're basically just these things. This is Margot, and I can't remember his name. And then all of the other bad guys, basically. Oh, I forgot David Lopan was in there too. I'll show you David Lopan and the work that he did on that. Really cool. But anyway, the heroes are this lighter colored plastic in the box, and then all of the minions and bad guys have a little bit of a darker colored plastic, like so. But yeah, dang, I forgot. I'm sorry. Almost passed this by. That would have not been cool, because this is really cool, especially for the work that Vernon did on these models. They are really, really good. But kind of get the idea, yeah? You know, and this is one of the things, and I've been very clear about this. This is one of the reasons why I love doing this series, because it allows me to open these things up and just be wowed again. That's the coolest thing. Like, I had forgotten. It just literally slipped my mind that Vernon had painted these models. And yeah, he's not done with it yet, but I mean, well, he didn't finish. But it doesn't mean that it gives me a head start. Maybe I'll be able to finish it a little bit faster. I don't know. But I just think it's really cool. And this is a really cool game as well. It's great. If you love the movie, and if you've enjoyed the movie, this is a game that you should probably try. Not going to say you go out and buy it, because it's probably pretty expensive by now. But you should at least see if you can try it. It's a fun game, though. Anyway, let's see here. Monica just got out of work. No worries, Monica. Just in time to see Sam leave. She's the lucky one. Yeah, what's happening? It belongs in a museum. Sam's chair edition. I was not. I was looking at it. Tom, you guys, do you really need to ask? That's really well painted. Yeah, use the box lid for a backdrop. Yeah, maybe. What is the game? Big Trouble in Little China. That's correct. Minis with beer eyes. Love that movie. It is a great movie. It is a great movie. Oh no, they need painted. Yes, they do. Glad we're here for you, Sam. I know. Dusted Web. Now box it all back up and you can be surprised again next time. Yeah, that's about the size of it. Hey, Sam. Dang, I'm late to the party. See, looks like a fun game. Yep, it really is. Sam has painting to do. I definitely do. The world will never know. Must be interesting playing games with you, Eric. The world will never know. Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, you get the idea. This is a really fun game. We looked at Big Trouble in Little China, and earlier we looked at Zooloretto, so go back and check that one out as well. I do have to get out of here. I got some cooking to do for later on tonight, and then I also have to get ready for our April giveaway. That's going to be in just a few hours right here on the channel. Won't be a very long time. We're just going to basically talk about the 3 games that we're going to give away this time. And we're also going to talk about how you can enter the contest that will be running for the entirety of the month of April. Come back at 3 p.m. Pacific time for our April giveaway. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.